everyone, it's Amanda Watson from MrsWatsonEducation.com, and I'm doing a quick tutorial series on different methods that teachers can use to assign and get student work back in this digital remote learning age. At my county, we're being asked to teach students both in school and remotely at the same time, so we're having to get creative in ways to get our content and our work out to students and back. There's so many different ways. These are not just the only ways, but these are some of the ways I have found, and I'm going to tell you right now, this tutorial is my favorite and my preferred method of assigning work to students at this current moment in time. So let's get started. If your school is a Microsoft Teams school, you might already be using Teams to be seeing your students daily for instruction. So this is great. I love the fact that I could have my students' meetings and give them assignments all in one place. That makes it so nice and user-friendly. Now, most students have not used the assignment features I found going into the school year through Teams, so there was a little bit of a learning curve there. But it's well worth the effort and energy you put into it, and I'm going to show you why. So I'm going to my team. This is just my planning team I made just for myself, so you won't see any student information here. It's just me. And I'm going to show you, so this is your general posts area. But if you go into the top bar, there's already going to be an assignment bar that's already generated for you. You don't have to create it. It's already there. So you can see in this team, these are the assignments I've already created, and I can see what they are. So I'm just going to show you briefly what that looks like. So this is the teacher view. So you can see each of the students' names. You can see the status, if they've turned in the assignment or not. So if it says not turned in, that means they haven't even looked at it. If they've looked at it, it's going to change that status to viewed. And once they turn it in, it's going to say turned in. So I love that quick overview of like how far your students, who's struggling. If you provide feedback, this will turn blue, so you know there's something typed in the feedback, and this is for grading. You see the grade that you assigned that student. This is what it looks like on the student view. So once the assignment is pushed out to the students, they'll get a notification in their assignments and in their feed, and you could see the directions. They click down here to actually access the assignment. You could have the rubric that they click on and open up, and it will show them the rubric they're going to be used to grade it on. And on the teacher side, you can't see it, but up here for a student, right where my cursor is, there will be a purplish blue button that says turn in, and all they have to do is click that button and the assignment will be turned into them, which is just fabulous. So let me go back into the actual assignments and show you how to create one really briefly. So once you go down, and when you go into your assignment tab, it's going to be a button that says create. You can create from existing. This is great when you have multiple classes of this or multiple teams of the same material. So I can create an assignment from any of my other teams. So if I created it in one, I could just use the one I already created without having to edit anything else from the team I already made it in, and it's really nice, and it will assign it to all of these students here. There's actually a way to assign it to multiple teams at once, but that's kind of in the other features. So if I go into create again, so that was from existing, you can create a quiz that's going to be through Microsoft Forms, which is very nice and easy to use. There's a whole, I just filmed another video on that for this little tutorial segment series. And then this is where I'm going to show you some more briefly. So if you click assignment, and this is super user-friendly how it's set up, very self-explanatory. So the title of the assignment, you could add directions for the assignments, students can see. I love the fact that you can also add hyperlinks in there. So if you want to hyperlink a tutorial or a video or something, you can. Here's resources. So when you click on resources, you have a few options. OneDrive, so anything's shared and saved in your OneDrive. So I could do that right there. Don't even know what that is anymore. And it's going to save it up there. Let me show you some of the other features though. So you could go a document that you already have, a PowerPoint presentation, Word document from OneDrive that you would be giving printed versions out to your in-person students. Class notebook, I'm not going to get into that into this video. It is so cool and what I'm using for most of my remote learning students, but it's a learning curve and there's a lot of details about that. So this video will not be about class notebook, but it does exist. A link, so you can have a hyperlink to like a Nearpod or something else. That kind of doesn't make it very easy for grading. You still have to go into the source, but it's nice to have the students see the assignment all in one place for that. Or you can upload a file from your computer. So say it's not on your OneDrive, you can upload it from your computer. So once you pick on the file that you want the students to have, you have these three ellipses, these three dots on the side. And if you click that, It's going to automatically default to students can't edit, but, and that's great for like a direction page. I would recommend if it's like a Word document, especially, and it's one that you want them to be able to type into their responses, change it to students edit their own copy. And what it's going to do is going to automatically generate a blank or a copy of that document for the student that's unique to them. They could type all their answers in, so they don't have to worry about like saving the one that you share with them and opening up on their device and then entering it there and then sharing it a different way. It's very nice and all integrated there. So that's really, really awesome. Or you could have them click the different things that they can do as well. This other stuff, self-explanatory, the points, you can add rubrics, you can assign to, this is where I said earlier, just that one class period or all of your other teams you have. You can select multiple there. You can assign it to one or all students if you have like an individual assignment for makeup or something like that. And the due dates, the end date, everything like that. Now, once you're done creating the assignment, all you have to do is hit, once it's edited, it will have this, you hit assign, and it's going to make the assignment. So I'm going to discard this one because I don't need it, because we really didn't do anything. I was just kind of showing you the features. And then I'm going to show you some other cool features within assignment. First, let me show you grades actually. So in grades, which is another feature in Teams, you'll be able to see each of your students that you have in that team. And this is great. You can see all the assignments that you've assigned to them. Now, if you've graded it, you can see their grade. If they've turned it in, this box will say it's moved to turned in or viewed. So it's a really great overview. Now, the unfortunate part is this doesn't connect with My County's gradebook, online gradebook, but you can still export all of your grades into Excel spreadsheets, so you can manipulate them how you need to, so it's easier to translate them into your online gradebook system. So let's go back into assignments, and I want to show you another thing why I love Teams assignments. So if you go into Teams assignments, I already showed you this. This is the teacher view. If I click on the actual assignment, right? So that said that I hadn't even opened up this assignment. It was not even looked at. If I viewed it, it would say viewed, which is great for accountability. But it's going to open up the document right there. You can see I can type in there. The students can type in there, which is really great. I can use, look here, if you go over here, I can go on the rubric and adjust the rubric accordingly based on what I'm seeing there. Close that out. If I go in there, you can see the grade change. I could override the grade. Maybe I want to give them a 95 because they did something extra right there, right? So that's cool. I can add feedback like, well done, that the students will see. Once I'm done grading an assignment, I just hit return and they will be notified that their assignment was returned and graded. So that's really cool, easy to do. This is something I love because some of the other ways of getting assignments, it's kind of time intensive because you have to go find the assignment, open it up for that student, close it out, grade it, open up the new one. This is amazing. So if I have all my students with this assignment, all I have to do to see the next student's assignment is at the top, click this little arrow, and it's going to go to my next student and open up the document where I can read it, add feedback, give a grade. Sorry, open up there immediately. Give the grade, return it, and then move on to my next student, which is so cool. I love that. So let me show you. So that was using Class Notebook, which I'm not talking about more, but in this video, because there's so much to it. But this is an assignment that I created using a Word document. So when I uploaded it, the resource, it was a Word document. I said, make your own copy for the student. So the students would be able to say their name and stuff like that, their title, whatever they wanted to write there, type stuff in, right? So that's all there. I can add my own comments like, don't forget this. That's what I was trying to do there. Don't. Just like you would in Word, you have all the features there, which is really great because it's integrated into Teams. Again, you can add your feedback, you can add your points, and once you're done, I only have one student on this assignment, but you would be able to click over, but that's how cool it is. So And I showed you grades where you could see all the grades in there in one place, which is really nice to keep everything in one nice, neat place. So this again is my preferred method right now, as I'm using Teams already to communicate with my digital students, for my remote students. So I think this is just a fabulous integration of assignments and grading, and this is my preferred method. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Like I said, I didn't go into tons of details about exactly everything you could do. I just did a brief overview. If you like this, I'd highly encourage you looking into Class Notebook and how to utilize it. It's very not user friendly at first, but great once you learn the program. It's amazing what it can do. But it does take some time to learn. But anyways, that's assignments through Teams. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Bye.